Well, good morning. Dr. Glen here with another installment of Family Matters. That's right, healthy tips that you can put into your daily routine for you and your family to make sure that you're staying nice and healthy and well throughout the following year. Now, for January, we've been talking about all these things you can add into your schedule to make sure you're getting enough physical activity and the right movement activities to keep your family healthy and well. The first one we touched on was the effect of yoga for keeping up with the body's requirements for stretching and joint motion. Then we talked about the body's need for high intensity training. We talked about that last week. This week, we're going to talk about the requirement that our body has for just long, slow, steady activity. This is a wonderful one because we can all do this so easily. It's probably the easiest thing to put into your schedule because all it requires is walking. Hopefully walking with your spouse. We're going to touch on that in just a little bit. Now, the benefits of walking, obviously there's that cardio benefit, but there's a lot of secondary benefits that we might not typically know about. Things like increasing the amount of absorption that happens, increasing our metabolism rate, increasing the desire of our body to want to drink water, making our detox and elimination more efficient, increasing some of the circulation in our body, not just blood, but also lymph, and also the cerebral spinal fluid. The cerebral spinal fluid is that fluid circulatory system that washes and keeps our brain and spinal cord healthy. Can you imagine how important that is? All done through the benefits of walking. Now, if you can walk with your spouse, there's even more benefits. Being able to hold hands with somebody you love will decrease your pain levels. It can increase your bonding with your spouse, but even more important, decrease your stress levels overall just by walking and holding hands with your partner. Now, if you can do this all in nature, it even amplifies the effect even more. So there you go. You want to be walking. You want to be doing this a few times through the week. Long, slow, steady activity with your spouse is even better, and out in nature is the best. Now, how do we get our spouse to go to a walk for us? I wanted to make sure we touched on that this morning because I hear it's a bit of a struggle. Now, it's always awkward to use he and she. So for sake of argument, I'm just going to assume that it's the husband that's not wanting to go for a walk with us. Maybe that's your situation. So how do we motivate husbands or other partner to get out there and be active and go for a walk with us? The number one is that we're all motivated by different things. You have to find your spouse's motivation. If it's for the challenge, sometimes that's the thing for guys. If it's for health goals, if it's for a specific sport, being healthier to be able to go out and golf and kind of carry through 18 holes of golf, find out what it is that's going to motivate your spouse and then talk to them about the benefits. And I'm sure that we can find the benefits for that sport or activity or whatever it is through walking. The second one is to ask for help because this is the truth. If you have a partner, somebody that you love that's going to keep you motivated and be able to do that together, you're going to stick with it longer and it's going to have more effect for yourself. So ask your partner for help. Say, hey, do you know what? I really want to be committed to getting out and walking. Dr. Glen tells me it's something that we need to be doing a few times a week. I would love to be committed to this through the year. Would you be able to help me? Would you be able to be my walking partner? Make sure that we're both committed to this and carry it on through the year. Now, another one is to make sure that your partner, your husband, is actually taking ownership of this. Don't say, hey, we're gonna go walk and we're gonna do it 45 minutes. We're gonna do it first thing in the morning when we get up or last thing in the morning or last thing in the day before we go to bed. You can't do that. You have to allow the partner to have ownership of it. So give them permission to say, okay, today we're gonna start off with 45 minutes. I'd like to do it first thing in the morning or I'd like to do it after lunch. Let them make some of the decisions so that they take ownership of it as well. The last one is make sure that the benefits, and this is also with motivating kids, make sure that the benefits are obvious. Speak to your husband about the benefits you're feeling. Let them know that you see the difference in them. It seems like you have more energy through the day. Isn't it wonderful that we don't get up and just start watching the morning news? My energy has been better through the day. And make sure that you're pointing out the benefits that you see in your husband or your partner's health as well. Good luck with it. It's one of the most challenging things is to motivate somebody else to do a healthy activity. I know this. So if you have any questions or concerns with it, you know where I am, Dr. Glen at rfwellness.ca. I love all our conversations that we have, so feel free to email with any questions. Otherwise, have a healthy week. Good luck with those partners getting out walking, and I'll see you next Monday morning.